What we've done out here is really bring together executives and special operations soldiers, all with different personal goals at different places in their life. We felt like we had to put them all into a crucible, a very grueling, grinding, difficult experience where they needed to be selfless and rely on each other.
It's neat learning from other people that 30 years in the military hasn't really exposed me to.
I can take what I've learned through being in the military for 10 years and change an approach, adapt what I can.
To be able to be around people who are also interested specifically in helping veterans, to me that means a lot.
The teamwork, the project management, the leadership skills that they have, those are absolutely transferable skills.
We would push to failure and we encouraged failure because failure makes you better.
Every one of those guys said to Naren, you already have everything it takes to be successful.
These guys are extraordinary, they're talented, they're articulate. It's been fascinating to watch and see how well prepared these guys are for a leadership role in the corporate world.
And we all can learn from each other in an intense but also fun and supportive environment.
Forming new teams at work. Sometimes you have complete strangers that are getting together and they're going to have a shared vision or goal. They're going to have to deliver something as a group.
And how do we be inclusive to build a team that takes all of the collective strengths to be most effective?
Everybody just digs in and does whatever needs to be done. And I think that's really crucial to a high-performing team as well.
On day 5, it started out with not only the wind, but the rain, the sleet, the snow, the hail, but it made it pretty miserable pretty fast.
Hands are frozen already.
And you could tell that spirits were a little bit low.
Everybody got a little bit cold, a little bit wet, but it all caused us to move a little bit faster and come together better as a team.
We really have to be self-reliant.
I think the greatest asset that a leader can have is to be adaptable.
We could all have fallen today in one of those crevices and then it's pretty much game over.
I know Willis took one fall and hurt his knuckles and wanted to keep going as much as he could, but I think, people want to help.
I think the answer is slow down.
And as the terrain gets more austere, as the fatigue sets in, people will get more distance from each other. People start going inward a whole lot more.
It was even more nerve-wracking, the fact that you got, 50 pounds on your back pulling you away from the wall and you're kind of holding on for dear life.
We even had a little crevasse fall.
But in the business world, sometimes we ask people to do things and we think it's no big deal. Exactly. And they're scared shitless, they don't want to fail, they don't want to let you down, all this stuff. If you don't have good open communication and the candor and all that stuff, it doesn't happen. Taking a step back to really figure out what's important.
Going from a warrior life to a civilian life is okay. And you can still be a warrior.
You have to kind of force yourself a little bit, but you also get a chance to bond with people in a way that you probably wouldn't before.
It's a cool feeling. I'm not looking at my emails, not looking at the daily sales report.
So if we can slow down, it really helps us speed up.
I was really out of my comfort zone. I survived it. I feel better because I did it.
Stretching yourself at some level, doing something you've never done before, you always learn something.
Even from my advanced age, yes, it's as long as you're learning and growing, you're not old yet.
This is my first really decent amount of time outside, and adding miles and a big pack on that. I impressed myself for being capable to keep up and keep a good attitude.
If they're surrounded by good people, anything's possible.
It's been an unbelievable, almost indescribable experience.
In the leadership perspective, that's one of the key components, is the ability to endure and to stay up and positive and hopeful even when the team is suffering a little bit or they might be complaining.
I need to listen to the advice of other people on my team and be humble enough and selfless enough to work with them, share the load, so that we all get up the mountain together, so to speak.
And I believe that we were successful out here in these intense conditions because we did want to help each other. We were watching each other's back. We did have a supportive system created so people felt comfortable. They felt like they could take risks. We were able to accelerate a high-performing team.